Hello everybody and welcome back to the stream. Hopefully you are doing well. I know that I am doing okay. I missed Thursday's stream because I got COVID. Isn't that really cool? That was really fun. I had such a great time. I was fine on Wednesday. I felt a little ill on Thursday. And I was exposed to someone who had COVID, so I took a test, and that happened. And then on Friday and Saturday, I basically was... Or on Friday, I did not move. I went from the bed to the couch, to the bed to the couch, and that pretty much sucked. Does your roommate also have COVID? Yes. Yeah, I got it from her. And that kinda sucked, but today and yesterday feeling better. Feeling much better today. So much so that I wanted to stream. And also there have been band announcements for Flesh and Blood. Oh, but also I took a test. I took another COVID test today, and I'm negative. So I guess I'm cured. But I definitely still, my voice probably sounds insane, and I am definitely, I still have a cough, but it was pretty crazy. Crazy body fatigue, crazy coughs, it sucks. Hope maybe the fact that I had the vaccine and the boosters in 2021 maybe made it a little less bad, but I feel like I got over it kind of quick. But I did it. I survived. And I'm here to talk about the Flesh and Blood banned and restricted announcement, which they said was coming out September 1st, and it is September 1st in boy, howdy, did they drop the banned and restricted announcement just a couple days before I have to make plans to go to Chicago to compete in the Battle Hardened. That is, of course, if I'm actually feeling well enough to travel and whatnot. But yeah, without further ado, let's look at the bans and the restricteds, and I'm curious to read their dev notes and everything. I know what has been banned and what has been unbanned. I am just curious what their reasoning for some of it is. So yeah, let's just get into it. Does this look okay? It does. Yay. Okay. So, banned and restricted list, September 2nd by Brian. So, the ones that I care about are the classic constructeds. So, the following changes to classic constructed are effective as of Monday, September 1st, 2025. So, today. Bonds of Agony is banned, which sucks. Golden Tipple Red and Golden Tipple Yellow is banned, which is kind of crazy. I kind of thought they were only going to hit Golden Tipple Yellow. Plume of Evergrowth is banned. That's the one I'm kind of curious about. Talk a Big Game. That one kind of feels crazy. A big game? Okay, also, I was just making sure that the audio is good. We're fine. Anyway, Talk a Big Game is I don't know what this card. Oh, choose a number. The next time you deal that much damage or more to a hero this turn, create that many might tokens. Oh, interesting. A Majestic Brute block 3 got banned for a reason that I guess we'll get to. Also, Germinate is unbanned. So all of the Florian apologists. This is like so loud. I can hear it all the way over there. All the Florian apologists can rejoice. But given the high quality of games and statistically strong balance of the current classic constructed format, this significant change to the ban and restricted list may come as a shock. I don't know. Gravy feels pretty strong. It's worth talking again about some of the reasons why we may choose to modify the ban and restricted list and our current philosophy regarding adjustments. We may employ bans for multitudes of reasons, including, but not limited to, a deck running a full, I don't know what that, why are they using bit words? I don't know what that word means. These New Zealanders think they're so smart. A foul, to conflict or difficulty with. Just a deck running afoul of design principles. A deck performing in a statistical anomalous fashion. A deck providing an unfun or difficult to engage with play experience. I think that Gravy has high representation and mediocre turnout. What is it? Conversion. Mediocre conversion rate. So I really don't think that it was an anomalous, like a statistical anomaly of how good Gravy was doing. I think that Gravy falls into the unfun or difficult, or unfun is subjective, but very difficult to engage with. A card restricting current or future design space. This absolutely is Bonds of Agony. They are not allowed to make good attack reactions ever again if Bonds of Agony continues to exist. So I think that Bonds of Agony is really strong and also restricts future designs. To freshen up the metagame, I don't think we need that. An attempt to slightly modify balance, adding space for more heroes and classes to succeed. I feel like that also is a Gravy situation. Today's bans and restricted announcement, in small part, attempts to do all of those things. When we last adjusted the Living Legend point system, we declared a desire to become more active in the management of our formats, especially when it comes to CC. In the early days of TCGs, and indeed persisting to the present in the minds of some publishers, bans were often treated as a scarlet letter that designers and developers were forced to wear, signaling that they had failed at their jobs. While Flesh and Blood may be inspired by classic TCGs, it also endeavors to be the future of the medium and does not feel beholden to the past. We believe the advent of live service gaming and the modern gamer's appetite for a format adjustment has changed with the times. Bans are a tool that we believe our player base appreciates the liberal usage of. I would agree. I think that this is a really interesting and very cool statement to just say out loud, that they are looking at Flesh and Blood as a paper excuse me, a paper live service game, where if they feel that slight things need to be tweaked, or they can see into the future and need to tweak some things, such as the talk a big game, that they are very, very okay with just banning and unbanning different cards in Classic Constructed to slightly adjust power levels. I think Hearthstone in recent years does an amazing job of this, of tweaking numbers on cards all the time just to try to make the balance even better. Very cool. Very cool, Flesh and Blood. This is not declaring there will always be macro and micro adjustments. This is not declaring there will always be micro and macro adjustments in each ban period. We are just making it clear that even when a format is solid, as Classic Constructed currently is, Gravy feels a little unfun and a little strong, but sure. It will not stop us from striving for an even better metagame if we think it's possible. We continue to use bans and unbans as a valuable part of Flesh and Blood development, striving to do so in a way that respects our players' time and investments. I think that that makes sense. I think like this is a common, this is like an old common, this is a common, this is a common. The only thing here is Bonds of Agony is a majestic, and Talk a Big Game is a majestic that no one was buying. So I think the investment thing makes sense. People shouldn't be mad at that. Bonds of Agony. Bonds of Agony was intended, or this also, by the way, is the card that I am most sad to see go. As someone who A, enjoys Assassins, and B, was going to play Slippy at Chicago. This feels bad. But also it probably needs to happen. Bonds of Agony was intended to reward assassins for taking on a somewhat challenging quest of developing multiple attack reactions in the same chain link, and in turn give assassins' opponents a difficult defending decision, which I think it definitely gives the opponent a difficult defending decision. Both of these propositions have begun to break down as the assassin card pool has expanded. Hello, unknown. Welcome to the stream. WSG. I don't know what that means. I'm old. I'm sorry. Bonds of Agony. When Arachne Slip Through the Cracks starts the turn with it alongside a full grip of cards is simply impossible. Yeah, you just must put all 9 cards. There is almost no counterplay. There's almost no outs. Over defend, and Slippy moves on to the next chain link and mauls you. Under defend, and you're taking 12 plus damage and maybe losing your most important cards. With take up oh, excuse me. My God. I did not think about reading with COVID. With Take Up the Mantle in the mix, the decision is one theoretically faced on a vast majority of turns in the game. This feels unfair. That's fair. Pair this with Slippy's win rate that sits just below the problematic threshold, and the fact that Assassin card pooled like our card pools will continue to add more powerful options as the game goes on, and therefore more profitably and reliably find the 3 reactions to trigger Bonds of Agony. And it has become clear it is time to slightly scale down the assassin's power level. As is true for every banned card on this list, the goal is not to destroy Slippy's win rate, but at the same time has to take steps to the mitigate, or the midi to oh my God, whoa, let me restart. But the time has come to take steps to mitigate the damned if you do, damned if you don't play experience, and along the way get Slippy back down to a more reasonable winning threshold. So yeah, I think all of this makes sense. I think the fact that you can literally run 3 pieces of equipment. I mean, you could do this in You could do this in new as well, but the fact that you could have, like, you just need Flick Knives and Black Tech Whisperers and a singular attack reaction, and, like, you fulfill Bonds of Agony if you really need to, and, like, just a nick Flick, like, it very clearly the strongest card in the deck. Also, the fact that Take Up the Mantle exists is, like, super, super unfun when there's a Bonds of Agony in the graveyard and there's always a threat of Take Up the Mantle. And also, like, yeah, like they said, they will continue to add more powerful... They just can't print any more powerful attack reactions because it'll just make Bonds better. This makes sense. This is sad. I kind of wish, for selfish reasons, that they would have done this after Chicago. But, like, that's selfish, and this probably needed to go anyway. You have COVID? Yes, I did. I got COVID on Thursday. And it kind of sucks. But I'm feeling a lot better. So I decided to stream, because also I missed streaming. Okay. This I am very excited about. I thought they were just going to hit Golden Tipple Yellow. Golden Tipple Red and Yellow. In my 30 years of TCGs, I struggled to find an analog for the Gravy Bones experience. You don't fucking say, eh, Brian? When we are analyzing whether a deck is warping balance or performing at statistically unacceptable rates, we are necessarily driven by data. If win rates tell us a deck is too strong, we have to respect the evidence. But what happens when almost everyone is positive a deck is too good, but the data tells us a completely different story? See, this is what I was thinking, is this deck feels impossible to play against, but its conversion rate is not insane. I hope you get better. Thank you, Unknown. I appreciate it. I'm getting there. Well, that's Gravy Bones. A deck with an entirely pedestrian... It's not pedestrian. I mean, I don't know. The win rate's fine. That many folks believe... my reaction to that statement is literally what Brian is talking about. They have the fucking data. Of course they know what the win rate is. Like, it's stupid. They know what the win rate is. And if they think it's pedestrian, then it's pedestrian. And the fact that I believe that the deck is the best in the format, and perhaps one of the more powerful Flesh and Blood decks we've ever seen. And frankly, I have to agree with them. Yeah, it feels insane. Gravy Bones may be having his win rate altered by the fact that he is friendly. He is fiendishly difficult to play. Yes, that is also part of it. But watch what the deck can do in the hands of Pro Tour top 8 competitors like Michael Hamilton, Arthur, Eneki, I don't know how to pronounce it, and Shure Wu. And it's hard to argue against the fact that that necromancy is the best thing you can be doing in Flesh and Blood right now. Yes. Good players pilot the good decks well. In the hands of masters, bad matchups tend to dissipate very quickly, and the good matchups are over before it even begins. Also, the mirror match is like unbelievably boring to watch and feels so difficult to play. Thus far, so much of Gravy Bones' power has been tied up in the fact that he has access to an almost an insane amount of fucking gold. Gravy Bones plays solid turns with all manner of hand sizes and configurations, but those legitimately broken turns always involve cracking 2 to 3 gold and shaping a hand to be an opponent's worst nightmare. Gravy Bones needs to start working harder for his access to such bountiful treasure. Makes sense. The good turns happen when the gold is a-flowing. The starting point here will be the ban of golden tipples, both in red and yellow, but that may not be the end for Gravy Bones adjustments. Okay, so they are willing to continue to look at Gravy Bones if the golden tipple bans do not suffice. A huge benefit of the Living Legend point changes is the time granted to us in order to shape a new hero into a balanced and successful participant in Classic Constructed. I think that is a very cool and optimistic way to think about it. We are definitely going to be seeing Gravy for a long time, so fucking figure him out. Perhaps Saltwater Swell in all colors also eventually proves to be too much. There was definitely speculation on that card as well. Maybe the metagame evolves in such a way where Gravy isn't all that good anymore, and Golden Tipple ultimately comes back to the deck. Hold on. Excuse me. Oh my god. And Golden Tipple ultimately comes back to the deck. We are open to all possibilities and are happy to have the time to explore this go around. That makes sense. A word to the Marlin enjoyers out there. Golden Tipple ban surely infects Marlin. Yeah, that's very true. As well, but she is a deck that needs help regardless of the existence of Golden Tipple. True. That card being present in the card pool would only restrict our ability to build around her core identity over time, and it is near impossible to make other good gold generation cards in the pirate class, with Gravy Bones already having access to Golden Tipple. And no, hero-specific bans cannot be the answer here. Fair enough. While bookkeeping around the first few such bans would be fine, the format would eventually become impossible to remember the web of ban exceptions. Oh, I see. Yeah. Because it's like Golden Tipple's banned for Gravy, but not for so-and-so. All of the Rangers except for Lexi can get Bullseye Bracers. Like, it makes sense. Marlin will have her kit built up over time with some small support in Super Slam. Let's go. Marlin specialization in Super Slam. And more significant support arriving in the sets that follow. More Ranger sets? More Rangers? Remember, this is a hero whose ability read so powerful that everyone convinced themselves 3 of a kind would be banned prior to her release. There is latent potential in Marlin's kit. Enjoy the ride that so many heroes before her have taken and are still taking. Riptide is still bad. And trust that someday she will find her place. Marlin enjoyers, you will not find your place. I still have a 30% win rate on Riptide. And he has all the tools. He has even more tools than you do. Actually, no. That's technically not true. Even in the States of Summer. Yeah. This is perfect. I think this sentence right here, the starting point will be the ban of yellow and red, and the perhaps Saltwater Swell is too much. I think gives players the ability to sigh a breath of relief that maybe that they are absolutely keeping an eye on this. But good. I want to see how let's see how Gravy does in the Battle Hardened. From her creation, Verdance was always envisioned to be a battle mage, weaving arcane damage and physical damage in equal measure. In testing, though, it was clear the numbers for such a strategy didn't work. Pack enough arcane barrier, and the battle mage Verdance simply could not deal enough damage over the course of a game to close out opponents. Thus, rampant growth / life was born. A combo kill was exactly what Verdance needed to find the windows to win, while decomposing was still challenging and the raw damage was simply not there. But with the addition of Burn Bear, and now especially Light Up the Leaves, the math has changed. It's becoming easier for Verdance to decompose, her chunk arcane damage is getting larger, and her tools will continue to evolve and improve as time goes on. This means it's time to give some points away from Verdance's endgame, while pure rampant growth life kills purposefully take a hit with the ban of Plume. And the addition of Light Up the Leaves is the thing that really mediates this ban. Returning a 6 arcane damage burn spell with Plume left Stormstrider kills feeling near arbitrary in the late game. By allowing power to other aspects of by allocating power into other aspects of Verdance's game plan, we hope to make this experience of playing against her more enjoyable and potentially make her matchup spread slightly less polarized than it presently is. Cool. Sounds good. It always felt weird to go like what is it, like rampant growth, just like what is like the exact it is return target earth action or earth instant. Yeah, it's like it always felt extremely strong to be able to just pop somebody on the end of their turn, pop Striders, pop Plume, plop them again. So it's like Burn Bear was like 9 or something, the math. I don't know. This makes sense. She still is felling of the crown. Like, she still is felling. She gets, like, it's fine. This is cool. This is interesting. Talk a big game. At this juncture, we have taken on the feedback that if the development believes there is a dangerous deck with potential to operate outside of acceptable parameters, our players prefer we address that the deck in advance of his release. Sentiment broadly seemed to feel that we waited too long to ban Zephyr Needle, even though a sanctioned classic constructed game was never played with Ira Zephyr Needle. Here we are trying to act with ample notice. I see. The Ira Armory deck came out, Zephyr Needles existed, and things exploded. Like, that makes sense. With the release of Super Slam, Talk a Big Game will allow a couple of ludicrous heroes to run their mouth off a bit too much. In this case, we've chosen a preemptive action. Sure. Cool. Everyone whined about Zephyr Needle, so they are pre-banning Talk a Big Game. So Germinate got it an unban. Emblematic of our new approach to ban and restricted management, we intended to return Germinate to Florian's card pool. Or we intend to. We still believe Germinate and Everbloom Life might give Florian one of the best endgames of all time, in all of Flesh and Blood, but with Gravy Bone catching nerfs and a secondary predator for heroes looking to go extra deep into second and third cycle should prove to be a healthy thing for this metagame. We never wanted to see Florian removed from his competitive viability, which he kind of did unintentionally, and it is clear that his current metagame already presents challenges, or that this current metagame already presents challenges for the hero. We are willing to return some support his way with the acknowledgement that Florian's pre-High Seas dominance led to a bit of an overreaction. Cool. Hell yeah. Let's see it. Give us back Germany. Blitz I genuinely don't care about, but Talk a Big Game is banned. Living Legend I do kind of care about. Pardon. Living Legend, the following changes to Living Legend are effective as of Monday, September 1st. Deadwood Dirge is unrestricted. Early returns on our first efforts to bring Chain back to the rest of the Living Legend field look promising, with Deadwood Dirge restriction offering some noteworthy splash damage to Viserai in his Living Legend Armory deck. We are motivated and willing to attempt returning Deadwood Dirge to the card pool. Okay, cool. So you can play this one. This is this one. Destroy an aura, create 3 root chance. They are going to continue to have Living Legend be a silly format, a silly fun format. So cool. Next scheduled and ban restricted announcement will be published on Monday, November 3rd. So in a month. With changes affected November 10th. That's a little scary. That is literally like a week before Worlds. United States time. Oh boy. I guess because Worlds is in Philly. Okay. Let's go. Good changes. I hope that actually brings... I really do hope that brings Gravy down just a little bit. And I think that their approach and conversation of like, hey, this hero is going to be in the format a lot longer because he's only getting half points for a year. We know he isn't strong statistically, but everyone thinks he's insane. The top players have proven that this hero is crazy, but he's hard to play. We're going to ban Golden Tipple. We have our eye on Saltwater Swell. We have our eyes on the Gravy play pattern. We will continue to monitor it. Fantastic. Bonds of Agony needed to leave. It is extremely restricting for design philosophies. That makes sense. Cool. Good ban and restricted list. I'm going to go use the bathroom and blow my nose. And then we are going to look at my Slippy list and see if it is salvageable for Chicago. I'll be right back. All right. Let's look at this. Let's look at this Slippy list. Oh, Unknown. It looks like you joined the Discord as well. Thanks for joining the Discord. Okay. Let me pull up Chicago Slibby List. Chicago Slibby List. Okay, we're doing this. There we go. Excuse me. We currently have CNC, infect, infiltrate, just in case of death, leave no witnesses, Mark of the Black Widow, Warb Weaver, Spinneret, Pain in the Backside, Razor's Edge, Spike with Blood Rot, Tarantula Toxin, Codex of Frailty, Take Up the Mantle, Bonds of Agony, Double Trouble, Persuasive Prognosis, Pick Up the Point, Art of Desire Body, Battlefront Bastion, Bonds of Attraction, Shelter, Sink, Snag. We are clearly not allowed to play that card anymore. We need to see. I do not know what we should be replacing this with. Clearly, we need another blue stealth attack. I think that there is an interesting angle to do a isolate with dominate and take up the mantle. Seems really interesting. And I kind of want to give it a try. You know what I mean? I specifically with like blue isolate. Well, what is like the most expensive turn I can have? I don't know. I think it makes the most sense. I want to try isolate. Isolate with dominate is another blue. Does it have stealth? Yeah, it's another blue stealth attack. And they can only block with one card, so you can like... What's the... Okay, the most that they could do is like... Generically, the most you could do is a 4-block from hand on a defense reaction. So like... Take up the mantle... Isolate with dominate, flick Hunter's Clave, take up the mantle, gives it +3, which means we have to get it to 5. So I want to try. Isolate is interesting. This may be total asinine. Because they can only give you one card from hand. Dominate is a strong keyword. I just don't know how to spell. It's ISOL. ISOL. Yeah. But like, but Bonds was also mana in some cases. Maybe it wasn't though. Maybe yellow is good enough. Maybe yellow is good enough because yellow pays for a clave in like the worst scenarios. It pays for a clave, it pays for a CNC, it pays for a Battlefront. It does not pay for a Battlefront Bastion, but that's fine. I want to try yellow isolate. 3 yellow isolate, force them to only block with one card from hand. Isolate, take up the mantle into something else. I guess Persuasive Prognosis is really good here. It turns into... They can only block with one card. You turn it into Persuasive, and then you, like, Razor's Edge or something. I don't know. The fact that they can only block with one card from hand seems strong on Isolate. And we still have power. We still have the power turn of like Kiss of Death, Tarantula Toxin, Flick, flick the Kiss of Death a bunch of times on stuff. That's still like, there's still a spike turn of like Kiss of Death plus Tarantula Toxin. There is still the like stealth attack, pain in the backside, C&C. There's still Codex, leave no witnesses. There's how many targets does Justinic have now? That gives it 1, 2. There's only 2 targets for Justinic. Isolate with Dominate with Justinic. Maybe we have to run blue Isolate just for Justinic target. Because then you're just saving Justinic. I guess like Persuasive Prognosis, Justinic. Or maybe it is like Isolate. You line up Isolate, take up the mantle, Justinic. Because it feels bad to just like Isolate with Dominate for what? Damage and 1 card. The fact that Isolate just doesn't have an on-hit feels bad. But I think that just indicates that you are required to save Justinic for Double Trouble and Persuasive Prognosis. That feels fine. I like Isolate. Let me look at some stuff. I want to, let's go, power equals 1. And it has to say stealth. Where is stealth? There it is. Power must be 1 and it has to say stealth. There is, let's see. Frailty is whatever. I don't care about that. Frailty's okay. There's Under the Trapdoor, which I don't care. Inertia's whatever. When this hits a marked hero, this gets go again. I don't need help go againning. I don't care about this. The next stealth, you play this combat chain, don't care. Don't care. Pick to pieces is fine tech. When this hits a hero, when this banishes a non-attack action, it gets plus, we gain a life, it's fine. That's a mark. When this hits a marked hero, banish their arsenal. I mean, that's more arsenal. You can like... Nah, we already have Arsenal Destruction with C&C and Leave No Witnesses. We don't need any more Arsenal Destruction. We already have that. Damage that would be dealt can't be prevented. There's the Isolate with Dominate. Infect. Reaction. Banishes and flashes attack action. Memory is good. Bonds is good. What is Bite? When this hits a hero, you may have a target dagger you control deal 1 damage. You have to destroy the dagger. Defense reactions can't be played. Art of Desire Mind. We already. I think that the Isolate with Dominate. Yellow Isolate with Dominate into Take Up the Mantle seems super, super intriguing. I really like the Isolate with Dominate. I think you just have to save Justinic for Persuasive Prognosis in this. I don't think it's worth playing on anything else, so I think I'm just gonna go... yes. I'm just gonna try yellow Isolate. Yellow Isolate pays for daggers and pays for CNC. That's all you want. Tarantula Toxin, Kiss of Death still exists. Infiltrate, playing their own cards is still good. Codex, Leave No Witnesses still exists. CNC is still good. We still have Persuasive Prognosis and Mark of the Black Widow. Isolate, Take Up the Mantle now seems really interesting. We have the tech. I still want to run Snag. I feel like enough people are still going to try to play Assassin that it's definitely worth playing Snag. Let me pull up Talishar. Let's try. Let's try this. Seems fun. Did it work? Did it change? There's my isolates. Any flesh and blood folks in chat that have opinions that they want to discuss about the new BANS? I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this. I think that's fine. Hey, do you like the idea of CCGs being like a living card game where they ban stuff often? Yes. I think that that is a fantastic way to do it. I very, very much like it. I do not want them to make changes for no reason, but if they feel like they can adjust things, I don't want it to turn into them banning stuff for like a, all right, this month you don't get to play with Bonds of Agony, but next month you'll get to play with Bonds of Agony, but you don't get to play with Command and Conquer. It's like, okay, well, that's kind of unfun. But if they're like, okay, we are slowly looking and adjusting this format, and we think that making this ban makes the most sense to bring the power level of this card down, I think that's perfectly fine. And they should do that as much as they feel like they need to. That is my opinion on that. Also, by the way, this turn's kind of good. Force a lot of cards out of their hand. I mean, not a lot. I guess we forced Arsenal on a card. Let me see. Am I giving anything else besides Think? I don't think so. Well, I don't think so. I'm gonna sink the Double Trouble. Yeah. Whoops. Kinda didn't want to sink that one, I guess. That's fine, though. Actually, I could just use... Okay, so now Double Trouble is with just a Nick. So we can infiltrate, flick, pick up the point, pitch just a Nick. Unless we banish something good off the top. That doesn't help me. We could go like... Oh, shoot. I meant to flick. Sorry. No, I wanted to start the. Can I start to the turn? Thank you. I meant to flick. I have COVID brain. I meant to flick. But we can flick. Pick up the point. This is all good. We already know the banished, whatever. This, just a nick. Yes, I would like to pay with just a nick to re-equip my dagger. How did she become unmarked? Oh, I flicked and then I hit her. Oops. This is fine. Is Codex worth using here? I don't think Codex is actually worth using. I'm gonna try. Let's see if we could set up a turn. Actually, we can. We can Kiss of Death. Huh. We're not going to play the pick up the point, so I'm going to AB2. No reason to do that yet. Waning Moon, I will AB1. I'll take a little bit of damage. That's okay. Okay. We can go... Kiss of Death. Oh, this doesn't really work, though. No, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. We go... Kiss of Death. Pass. Hunter's Clave. Yeah. Excuse me. Let's... Next time we bet... We'll flick this anyway. Which gets rid of both of the prevention. And then I'll just get back Kiss of Death. There's not really any good Codex targets. But the Kiss of Death is another 4 damage. Like, it's a 0 for 4. A 0 for 4 that I played twice and flicked. Like, that was 8. Potential 8. Because of kiss on hit, and then I flicked it. So that was like 10 damage presented plus clave. Feels fine. Feels good. And I get Arsenal off Ponder, so like I'm not going crazy here. Let's see that. Let's put that in the arsenal. Ooh. Ooh. I really want to line up. The play is to line up this Isolate with a Take Up the Mantle. That is the point. I'm gonna just put it in front of... I'm just gonna put it... We go Pain in the Backside... Pain in the Backside, Persuasive Prognosis, CNC. I think I'm actually just going to Shelter here. Because they're going to Arsenal, right? You draw 2 cards and you Arsenal. This feels very strong. Because we hope that he blocks the Persuasive Prognosis. And then we're able to throw Command and Conquer. Maybe that's incorrect. Maybe it's just... No, I think this is incorrect. I think we just pain in the backside and then throw Command and Conquer and then Arsenal Persuasive Prognosis to try to find it. To try to find a Justin Nick. Because there is no threat. He doesn't know it, but we know that there is no threat behind Persuasive. So there is no reason to threaten it. There's no reason to threaten it just to get the go again for the Command and Conquer. There's more value for it to be in the arsenal. If that makes sense. Boom. We took a cadaverous tilting. What? Cadaverous tilling? Yeah. Burn bear. Oh wait, we have Kiss of Death. I'm gonna AB 1. Because we have Kiss, Tarantula, Leave No Witnesses. And we still have the Persuasive Prognosis parked in the arsenal. I'm still gonna just Tarantula Toxin. This is still just 6 damage. That's fine. This is all A-okay by me. Because then we could go Leave No Witnesses, flick the Kiss. Flick your kiss. Barkskin, that's fine. I'm still gonna flick. But you will protect the arsenal. Let's flick kiss. Take 2. They still get a 4-card hand, but they took them resources to do it. Ooh, here's the Take Up the Mantle. This is not a dagger, though. We pitched the Isolate last turn. So the Isolate and the Take Up the Mantle will be together. And this is Persuasive still. I think it's Persuasive, Razor's Edge, Pitch, CNC. Does the Tarantula Toxin go in front of this 5 damage? How many Kiss of Deaths? 2 Kisses are gone. 1 Tarantula's gone. I'm going to put a Tarantula Toxin in front of this. This probably feels wrong. But it mitigates a little bit of damage here. And then Cadaverous. I mean, 8 is 8 is 8. He presented 13 and I blocked 3. I took 10. But do you Do you respect the persuasive prognosis? You do respect the persuasive prognosis, so we will not waste Razor's Edge here, and instead we will just CNC for 6. It's not threatening Arsenal, but like it's 6 damage. And now the Isolate and the Take Up the Mantle are next to each other. Or close to next to each other. What is it? Oh, Scour. I mean, this is a 1-card hand for you. This is great. This is great for me. Do your worst. They even IP'd them. Well, they didn't really IP themselves. Okay. Oh, we're taking cards out of their hand this turn, boys. I've only used one. Pick up a point. We'll mark. Because we'll flick and Razor's Edge here. If they block over 6, I'm not going to do it. Okay, we'll flick. You're marked. Okay, he auto-passed. I'm going to use the Razor's Edge just because I don't want to fall too far behind in life totals here. Banish CNC. I'm just going to... How do I not IP myself? Maybe Black Text? No, I think you have to leave no witnesses. And then I'm kind of IPing myself 1 here. Stonewall Gauntlets and... Oh, a Felling getting blocked with. That's big. I don't have a way to do anything with that anyway. There's a Double Trouble. This Infect is going in front of it. This is probably just like pain in the backside, mark the Black Widow. I'm going to put Double Trouble in the graveyard for a Take Up the Mantle threat. But here's pain in the backside. That's fine, because we can still flick mark. We're then on no daggers. How many... We've only used 1 pick up the point. There's still 2 pick up the points in here. I'm flicking Hunter's Clave. Do you have the D-React? No, you don't. So you have to discard a card. Perfect. Candle Hold is just a bunch of damage. I'm gonna do this. I mean, we drew the nuts. 2 Arcane Barrier. I'm gonna AB just 1 to get rid of this sink. I'm not gonna AB again. It's fine. And then those will 0 pass. 0 pass. 0 pass. Here's a leave no witnesses with a razor's edge in arsenal. This deck still feels strong without bonds. And we now have a very, very close hand. Oh, this hand feels so there. Okay. What is it? Okay, that's AB 0. There's a lot happening. AB 0. Okay, there's 4. The arsenal is a razor's edge. Orb Weaver Spinneret. Hiss. Razor. I don't know where to find mana. Oh, it's probably just infiltrate. I'm gonna say 0. We're now in Burn Bear range, but I have protection. With the respirator and the abdomen. Oh, fuck. It's fine. Get the isolate out of here, I guess. We go Orb Weaver Spinneret. Hiss. Do we use Razor's Edge? Sure. That's just so much damage. And then we can Calicera. For 1, and then... Oh, I'm just dead though, right? Yeah. I'm just dead. Uh, 0 pass. 0 break. I think I'm still dead. Yeah, nice. That was close. That was close. I probably misplayed somewhere in there for sure. Oh. Sigh? If you've drawn a card. I'm gonna actually try Balance of Justice into her. We definitely want these. Attack action cards. Snag doesn't work into you. This is a red card. I'm gonna run this into you and submit. We'll see. Holy shit. We'll kiss. Kiss. Pain in the backside. Flick. Ooh, blood on her hands. Get that out of here. 2 cards is freaking fine. We'll paint on the backside. Target dagger usual just 1. That's fine. And then I'm gonna Just try to mark you. That's fine. There's no cards that I want to take up the mantle for yet. I guess we could like take up the mantle, Kiss of Death. I don't know, there's a lot. Oh my god. Draw a card, whatever you do. Sure. Sure. Arm Desire Body Razor. Is this a stealth? I'm just gonna block with this. And take up the mantle. I think I could just send an extremely tall attack next turn. Maybe that's wrong. Oh, okay. I'm gonna do this. And then just present like a shitload of damage. Sure. Give me more card. Give me more card. No. More card. More damage. If I don't banish a red, I'll be mad. Let's go! I get an arsenal. Yeah, that makes sense. We should probably arsenal that. Ooh! Okay. Oh my god. What the fuck? No go again. We have Kiss. Can we double trouble? Double trouble flick, take up the mantle. Oh, wait, this is kind of a disgusting turn. I'm going to put shelter in front of this. Three's fine. What? Oh. Yeah. No. Wait, what? Oops, my bad. I know, I missed my whole turn. We're just gonna double trouble. Unless it makes more sense to... Okay, wait. I want to flick Hunter's Clave. And that'll resolve. And then I'm going to take up the mantle, choose Kiss of Death. And then Tarantula Toxin, choosing both. That's fine. That's still kind of insane. That's still kind of an insane turn. Oh, and we have Persuasive Prognosis in Just a Nick. This game just isn't fair. That's fine. That's fine. That's one. Sure. Gold, pitching I have Ophidia. This is their second draw. I can now break Balance of Justice, which I will. Oh. Oh. Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? Okay. I'm gonna first give you it like this. What the fuck? No! That's fine. Your next attack this turn gets go again. Oh, he's just playing a blue go again. Yeah. Take two. We have two Persuasive Prognoses in the graveyard. We will have two Persuasive Prognosis in the graveyard. Oh, we've already used two Take Up the Mantle. It's fine, though. But, like, Persuasive Prognosis... Oh, Dynamo kind of makes this invalid, huh? Not really, though. Okay, they're giving me two... They're giving me a card here. They have the D-React, so we're just going to pass on this one. And then we'll give them another one. And if they block more than 6, there's 2. They have the defense reaction. I'm not going to let me get them. They have the defense reaction. There are other cards for me to use just a nick on. Like the Double Trouble that is now in my hand. Centauri Saber for 5. I actually kind of want to use Pick Up the Point to get the dagger for this. This is go again, pitch Codex. And we flick that. I'm going to say fuck it, take damage. I'll fuck around and find out. I know this is an attack reaction. Or a defense reaction. I'm fine. We went to life. They didn't have the reaction. I should have just nicked. No, they postured like they had it. I took the bait. I took the bait. How could I? We'll Double Trouble first. Because we're gonna flick just a nick. Because that'll bring this to 9, right? 6, no, 5 plus 3 is 8. We'll flick. And just a nick. No reason to Tarantula Toxin. I need that mana. Decent banishes, I feel like. And then we'll pick up the point. I will pay with Tarantula Toxin to grab a dagger back. Do they have any attack actions? They have no attack actions, so I should get back something that messes with the hand. We should just give back Persuasive Prognosis. Force them to block, or I take a card. Because they don't have any block on their armor. Oh no, I guess Grains does. Actually, that's... yeah. That's fine. I guess it probably would have been correct to get Leave No Witnesses then, actually. It's a bit of a mistake, but that's okay. Oh. Ooh. 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 Good cards. Good cards. Good cards. Kiss. Kiss. Toxin. Infect. Flick. There's already 2 Persuasive Prognoses. I've used 1 just a nick. Used 1 just a nick. And 2 double troll, yeah. There's more just a nicks than there are targets. Okay, let's think about this. Kiss, Tarantula, Persuasive, Flick, Kiss. Probably just Infect here. Sure. You freaking did it. You did it to me. Oh, what is Bracers? Yeah. 4 Gogan is fine. Hello, Chaotic Sea Pancake. Why not buff the Kiss of Death with Infect? Because that's not how that works. Spike with Blood Rot is what you are thinking of. Infect is the stealth, the 0 for 3 stealth attack that, if it hits, creates a Blood Rot. You're thinking of Spike with Blood Rot. Oh yeah, that's it. That is oops. Yeah, no worries, no worries. I would definitely save the... if it was a Spike with Blood Rot, I would definitely save Kiss. Or save it for Kiss. But this is a... this is a Kiss, Tarantula. I mean... it's fine. I'm gonna save the Persuasive Prognosis for one of the Justinics. This Mark of the Black Widow will do nothing. Actually, maybe it should. No, it won't. Just kidding. What do you think about the BANS Chaotic Sea Pancake, by the way? If you're a flesh and blooder, what are your thoughts on the BANS? And I guess unbans if you feel strongly about Germinate. Flick the Kiss. Because that's correct. What the fuck is this hand? I thought they were good. I agree. I hope that banning yellow and red tipple from Gravy will be enough. Otherwise, I think everything else makes sense. What the fuck does this card do? Destroy any number of copy control to be copper destroyed. Okay, cool. This is a spike turn, so we're just blocking, I think. Ooh, that is a lot of damage. There's no cost reduction, so they still have to pitch. I think Gravy will still be good. They cannot generate way too much gold. They will have to work a bit harder for the power turns. I agree. When the gold floweth, the turns strongeth. I literally think it's just like this. I think my turn is literally just going to be pass. Unless they let me keep or pick up the point. What is runner? Oh, +3. This already has... Oh, did not have go again. It's fine. But we'll see. I'm very interested in seeing how Chicago will play out. Oh, wait. This gets to attack again. Oh, maybe I'm just dead, actually. Oh, I'm just dead. Okay. If those were not pick up the points and they would have blocked 3 and... Oh, that's okay. That was a fucking fast game. That was only 6 turns. That's okay. That was... They spiked me there. We'll review the footage. Mario? Oh, fuck off. I'm gonna still play this. I'm still playing Snag into Mario. Also, you are absolutely running reds. Gravy just had too much gold. Gravy players whining they lost 6 gold generators, and they're saying now they don't have half their hero ability. Makes me rolls my eyes as a Puffin player. I don't know who the fuck is saying that. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, there's still so much gold generation in that deck. Get Tarantula Toxin, you fucking idiot. Get boomed. Feel the boom. I don't really care. I'm gonna flick the kiss. I'm gonna do as much damage as I possibly can. Hopefully Tipple was enough. Saltwater Swell is kind of stupid. But Tipple being gone is a good start, like Brian said. I'm also very sad about the Bonds of Agony ban. But I feel like that's kind of understandable. Ooh, sorry, hit the mic. Bonds feels like an extremely limiting Extremely limited card for design space. I'm sure they have the tarantula toxin, and if they have the tarantula toxin, then we're gonna have literally the exact same turn. Yeah, there's the tarantula toxin. Yep. I don't have to banish a card if they hit me with this. I'm just gonna give them this. It's fine. They flicked. Why did they flick the kiss? Whoa! That became a lot of damage. When this is here. I'll manage infect. That's fine. I'll just paint in the backside, try to mark them. If they give me a card off this, it's fine. I also think the evergreen plume is kind of the sneakiest best ban in there. I think the random ass spike turns that you could just have off Verdance makes Wizards really, really unfun, and why Kano is kind of a silly hero. So not allowing her to play like Kano makes sense. Forcing her to actually split damage between arcane damage, you still have Storm Striders. You just can't like... You can't like, what is it? You can't Burn Bear, Pass Turn, Plume, Storm Striders, Burn Bear. That seemed like silly. My locals were already talking about Plume needing to go thanks to Light Up the Leaves. It needed to go now. Like... It's such a weird card. I have to give you 2 cards here. That's rough. Just because it's like, you could like Light Up the Leaves, Pass, Plume. It's Light Up the Leaves, it's Burn Bear, it's anything that says 5+ arcane damage. With Storm Striders in the game, it just is kind of nutty. I literally don't have a turn. I block with my attacks. That was kind of stupid. Cannot get Burn Bear. Oh yeah, Burn Bear is just a wizard. I don't know what they were getting, but it was like... Was it like it was like amp, heal, damage... I don't know. They're doing some... I don't know what the combo is. I'm not a fucking wizard player. Do I look like a wizard player to you? Plume only gets earth. Right. Do I look like a filthy wizard player? Usually it's life, rampant growth. That's right. Life, rampant growth, Burn Bear, Storm Striders. All of the nonsense. All of the gibberish. This game is kind of getting away from me. To equip Glycera. Okay, yeah. Her hero ability is just Orb Weaver. Yeah, that's fine. I still have just a Nick. Fuck off. If they threaten Arsenal, I'm going to have to crown this Just a Nick away. The issue was the new Light Up the Leaves being the 3 for 6 Earth spell. Makes sense. I know they were getting Plume back for disgusting stuff anyway. They were already being nasty. With Plume. If they actually think that Talk Big Talk or whatever that card is called is relevant enough to ban, that's kind of scary. But also extremely interesting. I decided to never draw an attack action ever again. Them pre-banning the Talk a Big game kind of makes me more hype for Super Slam. Okay. Go off, Queen. Use your traps. Orb Weaver. Discard Two-Sided Blade for Calicera. Calicera for 4. Oh, they draw a card? They just go again? I don't really want them to have go again. Giving them a card here is bad. But all of the cards in my hand are worse. Fuck off. Let me draw a card. I really can't be taking damage. Putting a Codex in front of this makes me want to vomit. Flick Clave is fine. Oh, Orb Weaver. Where are you getting the mana? Oh, the Orb Weaver is the... Gotcha. Saber Bloodshed's still on the stack. Do I give you Tunic? That feels incorrect. Tunic to deny a card feels wrong. Take one, draw a card, I guess. I'm just gonna block. There's Take of the Mantle with Persuasive and Pick Up the Point. There's a lot. There's a lot here. I don't know how much of it is good. What the fuck? Codex? Sure. Could I just get Kiss? I'm gonna get Kiss and discard a Kiss. Seems fine. I'm gonna put 2 cards in front of this. And now that means that I have a Persuasive Prognosis. What the fuck? You're gonna snap this? Brother. Maybe snaps is correct now. Huh. I'm not marked. This is just 3 damage. Which is kind of a... I'm getting fucking pummeled. I'm getting absolutely fucking ruined here. Are you a weapon? No, you're just a dagger. You're not a weapon. Okay. But I can kiss, pick up kiss, flick kiss, I guess. What does this do? Oh, what about? Oh, sure. Makes sense. That's fine. Takes a card out of their hand. I actually would like to save the pick up the point for later. This attack is simply to flick the kiss. This is simply to flick the kiss. Okay. we have a real turn next turn. But it requires me to take more damage, which I'm so excited about. What is Mario? What is it? Yeah, whatever. No! My tarantula toxin. I like that card. How dare you? That's the whole turn? Oh. I was like, what the fuck? Each hero puts a card from their hand face down into their arsenal. Let's put this face down. Are you then gonna threaten my arsenal with, like, leave no witnesses or something? No? Okay, there's Calicera for 1. I don't know how you give this go again. You don't. Okay, that was a fine turn. That didn't really do anything. Which we're happy about, chat. We have to flick to make room for Calicera. We're gonna Razor's Edge. Oh. Oh, we're playing. Oh, we're playing our own persuasive prognosis for 4. Let's go. That card sometimes is a little interesting. Giving me Findel here is kind of crazy, actually. Just take 4 and give me a card from your hand, you little silly goose. Hello? Oh, they canceled their blocks. Hello? Are you scared of your own persuasive prognosis? Are you scared of what you have the power of? Take up the mantle's fine. They have Art of Desire Body, Kiss of Death, Black Widow. Sure, it's fine. Let me. Huh. Oh, they have. So they have a. Take up the mantle in hand. Alright, that's fine. I take damage. I'm not marked. Oh, they have it has go again because of this. We have sync below if like they do anything's crazy. That's fine. I'll take one. I assume they want to revert to the start of the turn. Calicera. Sure. Flick Knives. Calicera. Pitch the take of the mantle. Up sticks and run. Get a dagger, then the dagger gets +4. Do I have a... I do have a clave. Okay. That's fine. Do you have a Leave No Witnesses? They got Leave No Witnesses. I'm just gonna let them destroy Persuasive Prognosis. Actually, no, I don't have to do that. I'm gonna discard this. And they're gonna Leave No Witnesses, and then I'm gonna sink, and I'll sink the Mark of the Black Widow. Give me something good. It didn't. And then I'm just gonna... I'm gonna take Tunic Resource. I'm gonna Command and Conquer, pitching Leave No Witnesses. Boom. Boom! I now have a Persuasive Prognosis left in the hand with 2 Just a Nick left in deck. They hear the boom. I'm like Big Justice. Take 6. Spike with Bloodlust Fight. Let's go. Let's freaking go, dude. Take up the Mantle's attack action card. We could go Orb Weaver, Persuasive, Justinic Codex. I assume you want me to be marked. I don't care. It's fine. They drew a card, gained a life. Which is a little scary. They're going to have Arsenal this turn, so the Codex isn't as good. Is this game going to go on for much longer? They can always flick the clave to do something else. What is the play here? Is this game going to turn 10? I think I could close it out pretty quickly. Or they're going to kill me. I don't think. It has piercing. It doesn't matter. It has piercing. I forgot that that's a fucking text on the card. That's my bad. No! Shit. Shit. A taste of my own medicine. What's the worst they can do here? It's 2, 5. The worst they can do is 5 damage. I'm giving this up. Oh, that's... Are they choosing a stealth card? What stealth card would they want that's not persuasive? That makes sense. Oh, and then they Calicera flick the kiss. Oh, no. I've fallen for the trap. That hurts. Here's my own persuasive prognosis. How do you feel about my own persuasive prognosis? I'm about to just nick your pussy. Get ready. Huge. Huge. I would like to banish probably the tarantula toxin. That's a little scary. Do I not have a leave no witnesses in the fucking graveyard? Are you pissing and shitting me? There is no leave no witnesses in the graveyard? Okay. I'll get the kiss of death for 0 for 4. I could have sworn there was a leave no witnesses in there. Unless, actually, you know what I'd like to undo? If they choose not to undo... Okay, we're going to still do this. I'm actually going to choose Infiltrate. And then try to play whatever they have off the Infiltrate. I think that's actually a more correct play. They're getting Leave No Witnesses, which is fine. Not really. That also means they're not getting Kiss of Death. Okay, do they have a 3? This does not have Go again. Okay, this is... Their entire turn is just... Kiss of Death. I can't take 3 here. I have no way to mark you, so I have to just give you it like this. And I'm just gonna Art of Desire Body. We're gonna claw our way back. I'm gonna claw my way back into this game. Oh my god, we drew a card. We're gonna do this. And then we are going to Persuasive Prognosis. Black Tech Spike Codex. This has to hit for it to work. Perfect. Spike. Black Tech. Perfect. Incredible. And then I'll Codex. And then we'll Infiltrate again to try to get a card. to try to get a card to play next turn. Also, I've gained life up to 6 life. I will crawl my way back. They got the Kiss of Death. They discarded 2 sides of the same blade. Infiltrate. For 3. Arsenal the Kiss of Death. Oh wait, does this not work? Oh no, it did hit. 9? Uh-oh. 3. 3, 6, 9. Okay. I mean, Tarantula Toxin makes sense. Oh, but there's 12? Oh, I lost. Okay, well. Chat, thank you all for watching during this COVID extravaganza. Hopefully, I'll have the energy to come back tomorrow to get some more practice in. If you enjoyed, please do make sure to leave a like and subscribe on YouTube. If you are enjoying on Twitch, please do make sure to follow. Yeah. Stay safe. Be kind to the people around you. Make smart decisions. If you are here for my opinions on bans, on the bans and restricted list, go back to the beginning of the video. And I will hopefully see you all tomorrow. Good night.